Hi-ya! Hi. Oh, hi there. You just caught me doing some training here at the High and Low Dojo. It's called karate, and it's amazing. I think it's from China or something. All I know is that it teaches you how to kick ass. As usual on High and Low, we're comparing two movies connected by a theme. It's a good thing that today's theme is warring karate dojos, and we just watched two kick-ass movies about them. For our High, we're covering the 1984 coming-of-age classic, The Karate Kid. Then for our Low, we're talking the 1981 cult classic, The Instructor.
This is a black and white world that the Karate Kid inhabits. Bad guys are bad, good guys are good. I mean, we
don't know why Kreese is bad in this.
It doesn't matter. He's the bad sensei. He's teaching his kids the wrong karate.
No bad karate. Only bad sensei. Pat Morita, it should be noted, was American.
Yeah.
He didn't talk like that. Not a particularly good Japanese accent, weirdly.
I think it kind of informed a generation of people incorrectly about what Japanese people sound like.
Yeah, I've never heard a Japanese person refer to themselves in the third person like Miyagi doesn't,
He's a bit of a Yoda-ish character.
Definitely some Yoda inspiration there. and
he's a bit mischievous sometimes.
Too old. Train you cannot, Daniel-san.
Wax on, you must.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, definitely elements of Yoda. Definitely some of that baby talk that we got in Rambo 2 from the actress, who was also, I think, American or Australian, doing a bad Asian accent.
Yeah. We're not sure how we're going to handle Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi in this movie yet.
We thought, instead of doing an outdated 1840s era voice, we could maybe just do a Christopher Walken.
No bad karate.
No bad karate. First, Mitch suggested we do Billy Crystal's Jazzman voice as Pat Morita, and we're like, I'm not sure that's better.
You like karate. Karate's a lot like jazz.
Maybe Mr. Miyagi will be Mr. T.
It's Miyagi, not Miyagi.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi.
I pity the fool who doesn't wax on, wax off. It's all about balance, sucker. This is like the two hackiest 80s comedy characters you can do combined into one.
Perfect.
What if E.T. and Mr. T had a kid? I pity the fool doesn't fold home.
Oh, that's good, because Mr. T was always about respecting mothers, so that tracks.
Yeah, you know what? He probably would have been okay as Mr. Miyagi in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this movie reminded me again and again as I was watching it of Youngblood, just because we watched it so recently. In that, all the plot beats are basically the same. They're the same movie in terms of they're that sports story of, the underdog coming out on top or whatever.
Beat up the bully.
Yeah, but and also just they're both so very 80s.
All Vonn's pics are about beating up bullies and getting tucked up by jocks. What does that mean?
He's working through something on mic here, folks.
This podcast is kind of an ink blot test, it turns out.
I am no psychologist, but I think Vonn may have some unresolved trauma he's working through on the podcast about bullies.
It's a penis.
Tell me more about the penis bullies.
Who is this Johnny Lawrence? Now I sound like Borat.
And Johnny Lawrence, a big star in America. Johnny kicks the shit out of Danielson, punches him in the face. Danny's eating dirt. He's eating sand by the end of it.
Yeah.
Just crying on the ground in front of every kid in his school. It's just a whimpering, crumpled mess.
Not for the last time in this movie either.
Yeah, no, he is just constant. Everybody in the school knows that he's getting dunked on. He's just getting blasted by these guys. These
It's so
Cobra Kais.
fun watching Ralph Macchio eat shit and cry like a baby. He does it so much. He did it a bunch in The Outsiders too, and
He was
just
always
goes
crying.
He turns it up to 11.
He's a very sensitive actor.
Yeah.
Very gentle.
Yeah. He's quivering, lying in the sand, and Elisabeth Shue approaches him, and he's like, "No, leave me alone." So she's like, "Okay." She just walks off.
I can't believe he didn't try to act tough in front of those girls at this moment. Don't go, "Oh, no, leave me alone."
Yeah.
This is
Say,
really...
yeah, no, I'm all right.
It's okay to
Help
get your
me out.
ass kicked, but just kind of be like stoic about it. That's how you get Allie's number.
Yeah.
This is the passion of the Danielson.
You don't have to pretend you're not hurt, but you don't say "leave me alone."
Yeah, he's like, I'm not crying.
You say, "Can you check my head for me?" Or like,
I shit myself, Allie.
Yeah, I got the sand in my eyes.
He punched me so hard, I shit myself.
yeah, exactly. I'm pissing and shitting, and now I'm coming too.
And I puked.
It's making me confused, Allie. You can't be here while this is happening. It's making me confused.
My body is rejecting every fluid that it has. I'm like a squid spraying its ink right now. I can't.
Oh yeah.
And now people start pulling their guns out. And they start pulling out their butterfly knives and shurikens.
Yeah.
And now there's lots of weapons.
I think Bob Chaney takes off one of the people's shoes.
Yeah, he starts catching them in the soles of their shoes.
Yeah.
And the guy who's doing the shurikens, he just looks like a Midwest trucker. Like he's a guy who just drove 12 hours overnight, and now he's throwing ninja stars.
Shurikens are so out of place for what this gang has been shown to be.
Yeah.
They're just like a group of drunks having some fights in a rail yard.
Yeah, why? Yeah, I didn't even think of that. They had
like-
battle axes and fucking
Battle
trash
axes,
can lids, but they also have
Shurikens.
ninjas and ninja weapons.
I'm so there for it.
We have a random assortment. This is what happens when like a 16-year-old wins the lottery.
Name one movie that wouldn't be better if we didn't bring out some ninja stars. I'll wait. Schindler's Shuriken.
One more guy comes out of nowhere. He jumps out of a rail car, jumps on top of him, and the instructor just straight grabs his fucking sack.
It's so funny.
And then it hits him over the head with a bat, I think.
This guy's gonna get special treatment from the instructor because you pull out a gun in a karate fight, you're a special kind of coward, you know?
Needless to say, he didn't hit him with the bullet.
Yeah.
And while Chaney's going through all of these final guys, the real final guy is putting on his motorcycle gear.
Yeah,
He's putting on his helmet, his little riding gloves.
Yeah, his jacket. We're always safe when we ride our motorcycles. Make sure you're wearing long sleeves, brother. Road rash is no joke.
Where's my chaps? Where's my assless leather chaps?
Me and your mother are gonna take a motorcycle riding. We got some assless leather chaps for safety.
I'm gonna run you down, sucker. You're mine, or whatever.
Cheney jumps up and just
Yeah.
smokes him in the face.
He powers up, like goes Super Saiyan. He's like, getting ready for the motorcycle to come at him. And then the guy goes flying off the motorcycle.
Yeah.
And he just goes down on the ground and puts his 2 fingers to his neck, checking his pulse.
He's alive.
Surely I killed this guy.
It's like I showed just enough restraint that he's barely got a pulse, but he's still alive.
His brain should have exploded in his head.
This is like if you were just imagine driving 100 miles per hour on the highway and then you just hit a mighty redwood tree and just stop to a standstill. That's what it would be like to run into this guy's karate kick.
Yeah.
But no redwood tree is as magnificent as
No.
5'0" Bob Chaney in a fucking jumpsuit.
I've never seen a redwood tree wearing this kind of afro
Yeah.
haircut.
A little bite-sized Mr. Pinciotti.
With the Lego man hair.